my name's Angela Lovatt from Swansway Group Fleet Department. I'd like to introduce you to a few key features of your new Range Rover Evoque and also offer some basic maintenance points. We begin with the key. We have here two-stage unlock. If you press this lightly once, it will just unlock the driver's door. Twice in quick succession will release all the vehicle doors. Again, lock is two-stage. If you press it once, it will secure the vehicle. Pressing twice in quick succession will actually activate the alarm. We have a remote headlight activation, and some vehicles are also equipped with a remote boot release. The emergency button is situated here, which would allow you to activate the alarm and the lights on the vehicle should you need to do so in an emergency situation. If we look at maintenance, you'll need to access the bonnet by using the passenger door. And in the footwell here, you'll find a lever, which if you pull firmly towards you, you should hear the bonnet release. Move to the front of the car, and using the Range Rover graphic as a guide, in the centre here there's a small paddle which will allow you to release the bonnet, which will then support itself. Our key points to note here are the coolant top-up pointers here. The diesel emissions fluid, or AdBlue, is topped up via this point here. Your windscreen washer reservoir is here, and your oil top-up point is here. The oil level can be manually checked using the dipstick, which is situated at the front here. In order to close the bonnet, you just need to push firmly down until you can hear that it's secured. We move around to the back of the car. If you have a remote boot release, then you would use this now. Alternatively, if you're doing it manually, again using the graphic as a guide, there's a soft button just here which will allow you to release the boot and raise it. And in this housing here, there's a handle which will allow you to access both your diesel emissions fluid top-up, the tyre repair system, and also your locking wheel nut will be situated here. To close the boot, you can either again use your remote button or just pull down firmly and secure. To fuel your new Range Rover Evoque, as long as the vehicle's unlocked, you can push this flap here, which will release, and simply turn the cap firmly anti-clockwise until it releases. It'll be clearly designated which fuel you need to use on your vehicle. And to re-secure, just turn firmly clockwise until it resists. And the outer housing is just pushed to close. Looking at rear seat passengers, if you need to activate the child safety locks, this is done by using the blade of your key, which is inside the housing. Ooh. And then using this guide here on the door card will tell you which way to turn to secure and release those child safety locks. We take a look now at the driver's door. Again, the buttons will vary from derivative to derivative, but the basics that we need to cover are lock and unlock, which will allow you to do this from inside the vehicle, and your wing mirror adjustment, which is done by selecting either near side or off side and then using the toggle to get the accurate position. You also have your window remote controls and the button to stop rear passengers from activating the windows from the back there. If we actually step into the vehicle, then your driving position can be adjusted either using the electric buttons as per this vehicle, or if you have a manual vehicle, then it will be a paddle to raise the seat height here, or a dial on the back for the backrest. The steering wheel can also be adjusted by pulling down firmly on the lever underneath. This will allow you to adjust both the height and also the reach on the vehicle steering wheel. But you must ensure that this is securely fastened back up into the housing. It should be completely flush. To start the vehicle, if you have a manual version, you'll need to depress the clutch fully and then press the ignition button, which is just situated in the dashboard here. For an automatic, you'll need to put your foot on the brake and again press the button up here. The centre console will vary depending which model of Evoque you've chosen, but the navigation and media centre is all housed in this centrepiece here. And if you have an automatic derivative, then once the ignition is on, then this dial will raise and you'll be able to select your drive by turning the dial lightly to the left or the right. The parking brake is situated here. It's electronic and it will release automatically when you're in drive and begin to accelerate. But if you should need to activate it manually, just pull the tab lightly towards you or push down to release. Looking briefly at the steering wheel, again, this does vary dramatically from the different models, but just for a guide, your volume and mode controls for your media centre are here. Your phone remote controls are here, and your menu for driver information is situated here. So on behalf of Swansway Group Fleet, I'd like to thank you for choosing your new Range Rover Evoque. I hope you enjoy it.